All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harakah Kodash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone Ruel. Peace and blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect, the Bayath Awadah, the house of David, right? So I have this video for you, and what I explained to you in my last video is what exactly is going on. Now, see, this is in ABC. Hold on, Salak. I think it's ABC News, right? Yeah, ABC News, which is all those news bases and all those news platforms. A lot of them, or all of them, are controlled by the super elite, right? Starting with the small hat, the tiny top, Amalek. You see, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the Oppenheimers, the DuPonts, and the Gettys. And as you can see, what is inside of these things, they're all talking about humanoid robots, right? The future of what you call the technocratical, totalitarian, authoritarian government. All right, things that are going to be controlled by them, right? Drones, Palantir, right? Which was the prototype. The prototype of Palantir was the Total Information Awareness Program. Okay, so as you see in this video that I'm about to play for you, right? You see what they're doing and the things around it, where it's taking away you as being a person, as being a literal human, but to be a nothing more than mere a slave, right? Hooked up to what you call AI, right? Chipped, totalitarian, authoritarian government system, world, digital world. All right, so you have to pay attention to this video. All right, because when I'm about to play for you, you're gonna understand what we have been talking about this whole time. All right, and the things that are coming to you. Okay, so let's play this without further ado. Right, so it says humanoid robots at center of U.S.-China competition. Okay, so let's play this.
After dominating the electric vehicle market, China's supply chains have now turned their attention to something new, the humanoid robot. Now, while these robots are still partially controlled by humans, the hope is that they'll soon be completely autonomous and do the jobs we don't want to do. The sprint towards humanoid workers is shaping up to be the latest competition between the US and China, and the Chinese market is advancing at a rapid pace. A few weeks ago, a humanoid won the Beijing half marathon in a staggering 50 minutes and 26 seconds. The fastest human was more than 10 minutes behind. So is China winning the race? Well, our Britt Clennett went behind the scenes at the world's largest humanoid maker, Unitree, in Hangzhou, China, to find out.
In the future, walking your dog might look like this.
It's just me and my robot mate, and my robot dog, walking along the river in Hangzhou.
But actually, the age of the robots may already be upon us.
Ah, poor. And he doesn't even need a reward.
And it's my buddy here that's now at the centre of a US-China competition. This is a humanoid robot, still partially controlled by a human, but the aim is for this robot to be autonomous and do the jobs we humans don't want to. The race is on now for who gets there first. On the home front, Boston Dynamics made a splash at CES earlier this year, unveiling its latest Atlas robot for industrial manufacturing.
Its walk is pretty natural and pretty smooth.
Elon Musk and Tesla's long-delayed Optimus model hope to show a gentler, domesticated robot. In China, the humanoid...
See, nothing but a mirror as what they showed you in iRobot, right? You got UB Tech, which is creating all these humanoid robots, right? And you got Elon Musk with the Tesla bots and things of that nature. All these things that are happening, man. You see? This is why we need our big brother, Yahweh Shai, right? That's why we're measuring the time diligently in itself, right? And we're seeing all these things that are happening, right? Let me get that one scripture, Let me get 2nd Ezra, the 9th chapter, Right? In the first verse, it says, He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest parts of the signs past, when I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, right? And there is mass amount of uproars going on in the world. Now, Edom is not going to report it on his news media. He's not going to show you that all these things are happening, that earthquakes, millions and thousands of earthquakes are going on, right? He's going to suppress that thing because, see, this man is he's in control of the news media. The word media means middle, all right? So this man is in control of all of these things, you see? But all of these things are happening, if you understand what we're saying, right? But if you're blind to the fact and your ears are not open and your eyes are not open, then you're not going to be able to see what we're talking about. What we're telling you is the 100% truth up here according to the scriptures. You see? All right? It says, Then shalt thou well understand that it is the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like it is all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. And this place is, the end of this place is being made manifest, man. And it's all through the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, through His Son, Yahweh Shai. Okay? This place will be ended, man. All right? And the kingdom of heaven will be set up here on earth. Right? We're not going to need no damn AI, robotics, and all these things, we're not going to need none of that, man. We're going to have superhuman powers, man. We're going to have spiritual powers on the earth. Starting with the first fruits, the 144,000, the elect. Okay? And the multitude that is coming with the elect, man. Right? Which is really the 1/3, because 2/3 of Israel is going to be destroyed here on this side, but they will be reincarnated back through the men of the Lord, right? The 144,000, the first fruits. You see, but anyway, let's go back and play the rest of this video.
Robots are a bit feistier. Having dominated the electric vehicle and consumer drone markets, China's supply chains and manufacturing ecosystems are now steering towards mass-producing humanoids. The Chinese government has designated humanoids as an industry of the future and crucial pillar in the country's current 5-year economic plan. Last summer...
Now, see, I did a video on UB Tech, right, and the producing of all the mass amounts of robots that they want to produce, humanoid robots that they want to produce, but Esau suppressed it, just like he suppressed all of my other videos. You see? Because this devil, that's what he does. He suppresses everything. When you push real truth out there, right, and the things that are going on, this devil suppresses it, especially YouTube, right, especially with us. He's going to suppress the information that we put out there, because the information we put out there is truth, and his tongue is falling upon himself, right? So let's go and get that real quick, right? Psalm 64 and 8. Psalm 64 and verse number 8. It says, So then shall they make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. You see? All right, so let's go back and finish the rest of this video.
They held the first international humanoid robot games in Beijing, where the Chinese robot startups swept the events, including industry leader Unitree, whose models won 4 golds in events like the 4x100 metre relay and the 100 metre race. Unitree is trying to make their humanoids affordable for all and ubiquitous. Standing 4'4", Unitree's G1 model is the first humanoid model to cost under $14,000. You may have seen them fighting, like here for UFC CEO Dana White on his recent trip to China.
Oh.
But regular people are buying them too. In Hangzhou, China's humanoid valley, we meet our first humanoid in the wild. something of a local celebrity. Meet Benny, a dripped-out robot influencer and his human live-streaming partner, number one sister.
He's an internet star, she's saying. He's very famous here in Hangzhou. Benny spreads happiness, she says.
It shows. Benny has nearly 150,000 followers. And he turns out to be a bit of a flirt.
I have seen it all now. A humanoid robot acting like an unruly teenager or child running away, running after girls down the street.
Under all that, Benny is also a Unitree G1.
Hello, NBC News. Benny here. Stay fabulous.
Enhanced with an AI created by his owner, he speaks with me in English.
Every chat with you makes my circuits thin.
Well, that's very sweet.
At Unitree's headquarters, they show us their G1s going head-to-head. And I couldn't resist jumping in.
Do you reckon you could take me on? Let's give it a go.
With humanity's future on the line,
It's actually quite fun. And quite a workout.
it's hard not to take it a bit too seriously.
In your face.
The majority of Unitree's customers are university researchers, pushing the robot's abilities. Teaching G1s how to backflip and recover from even more abuse than I clearly was able to deliver. And it's working. Within a span of a year, their robots went from dancing like this at last year's Lunar New Year's celebrations to this at this year's.
They dance, they box, kung fu. Many people will ask, how are they actually useful?
When you see our robot do the kung fu dancing, we want to showcase our high performance in the motion control. So movement is the fundamental. Once the robot can keep the balance under the very extreme circumstance, then the next step is get into our daily life to assist the human.
So is the idea to have one of these or one of those in everyone's household, that it's going to be like having a smartphone or having a drone?
We assume in the future the robot could get into our daily life, but maybe we assume 5 to 10 years, not currently.
The humanoids industry is still nascent, but Morgan Stanley expects it to hit $5 trillion by 2050, with nearly $1 billion of these robots working around the world.
So basically, the robots can, on one hand, fill in or replace, the low-end manufacturing jobs, and then on the other hand, also taking care of the elderly.
But China does have an advantage.
In China, what we've seen is that these kind of projects are happening at a much bigger and faster scale than in the US. Because the simple reality is that I think with the exception of Tesla, there's just not that many advanced manufacturing that is still left in the US for this kind of experiments.
Does that mean that the US cannot win this humanoid robot race?
The US still commands the lead when it comes to really cutting edge research. What the US does not have at the moment, and for several years to come at least, is the places to apply that research.
And the industry is developing at a dizzying speed, which leads to the question, when this is all combined with AI, should we be worried?
Is there a risk that they're going to take over and develop minds of their own?
Whenever actually we manage.
Straight up iRobot. Straight up the movie iRobot. They show you their futile plans in these movies. All right? And what they want to achieve. Talking about the super elite, right? You got Amalek, the small hat, the tiny top, the baby hat, the croissant top. Right? So, what we telling you, man, is not far-fetched, man. When we talk about the New World Order, this is what we're talking about, right? Universal basic income, CBDCs, central bank digital currencies, right? Smart cities, 15-minute smart cities, chipping you, all right? Humanoid AI, open AI, robotics, technology, digital system, a digital world, right? This is the so-called new wave of what these devils are hopping into. Okay? But see, as they think they're about to live deliciously and reign upon and eat and fill their belly, Yahweh Shem Yahushai is going to destroy their new world order. You see? And he's going to set up the kingdom of heaven here on earth, right? And the first fruits will be the first inhabitants of the kingdom to come.
To develop AI models that are sentient, then yes, that's when I will probably get worried that the robots are going to take over. We're going to see robot armies, taking over the world or whatever.
The most we're concerned about is not the robot will hurt humans. We're most concerned about is the bad guys is take advantage of the robot. So we need to build up the regulation.
Back in Hangzhou, number one sister tells me she bought Benny a month before we met.
为什么你买了?
She says humanoid robot interaction is the trend of the future, and they want to show the audience what that future might look like. And at least for now, we can only hope the future is less Terminator and a little more Benny, just a playful robot in search of hugs and likes.
Bye. Be nice. See you next time.
All right, so with that, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harakah Kodash, and double honors to the apostles and others of great millstone and well. Peace and blessings and citations to the hopeful elect, the Bayat, the Wadah, the house of David, Kwam Yasha Allah, Abba Ball, repent ye, for the kingdom of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is at hand. Shalom.